Hey friends, have you ever wondered where the world's most sensitive intelligence is stored? Not just data, but real-time voice calls, intercepted messages, the intimate details of people's lives, harvested and analyzed at scale? Now what if I told you that a major US tech company, one we use almost every day, is helping a foreign military sift through these details in real time, targeting a population that's already under siege? Today we're diving deep into a story that quietly sits beneath headlines about war, ceasefires and diplomacy, but it may be one of the most important and disturbing stories of our time. And if this kind of deep dive interests you, maybe hit that subscribe button. Because here on Mr. America we uncover the stories that mainstream media often glosses over. Let's begin. In late 2023 and into 2024, the Gaza Strip became one of the most heavily bombarded places on Earth. But beneath the rubble, there's another war being waged, one far less visible, a digital war. Documents and whistleblowers now suggest that Microsoft's Azure cloud platform, yes, that Microsoft, is being used by Israel's elite Unit 8200, the intelligence arm of the IDF, to store, process and analyze vast amounts of intercepted Palestinian phone calls. That's right, civilian conversations, personal calls, maybe even prayers or arguments about dinner, are getting siphoned, uploaded, and broken down with the help of one of the most powerful cloud systems on the planet. Unit 8200 has often been compared to America's NSA. They're the brains of Israel's surveillance infrastructure. Some of the world's top spyware, like Pegasus by NSO Group, can be traced back to technologies first pioneered by this military unit. What's unique about Unit 8200 is that it doesn't just surveil terror suspects. Leaked testimonies from former soldiers say they collect everything, from medical records to intimate conversations, on millions of Palestinians. Their reason? Anything could be useful. One whistleblower described the strategy as, everything is fair game, intelligence for blackmail, pressure, leverage, control. So where do you store all that data? Here's where Microsoft comes in. Microsoft Azure is one of the biggest cloud platforms globally, second only to Amazon Web Services. Its Israel operations have been expanding aggressively. In 2022, Microsoft even launched its first data center region inside Israel, saying it would boost innovation and economic growth. But behind the PR language, there's a silent partnership forming. Investigative reports now reveal that Israel's military intelligence has direct access to Azure's powerful AI tools, natural language processing, voice-to-text, keyword recognition, and real-time threat modeling. Now imagine, a 13-year-old Palestinian kid's phone call to his cousin is recorded, transcribed, filtered through AI and flagged, all without any warrant, any oversight, and potentially leading to drone strikes or arrests. Here's a tricky question. Is any of this illegal? Technically, not really. Azure services are sold to governments. Microsoft includes clauses in its contracts that limit its liability for how those services are used. In fact, the US Department of Defense also uses Azure. So when Israel uses the same platform for mass surveillance, there's very little stopping it. No serious pushback from US lawmakers, no audits, and certainly no penalties. This surveillance is not just about safety, it's about psychological control. Former Israeli soldiers admitted that intelligence from these calls is used not only for military operations but for manipulation. And Palestinians? They have no privacy laws to protect them, no courts to appeal to, no way of even knowing if their call is being watched. Microsoft's vision is to be the cloud of clouds, neutral, helpful, universal, but neutrality ends the moment you enable surveillance of millions under occupation. The real question isn't just about Microsoft, it's about all of us, the devices we use, the data we generate, and the quiet assumption that some lives deserve privacy and others don't. In a world where every word can be weaponized, silence is complicity. We're living in a time where the cloud is not just a place for your photos or documents, but a battleground. So the next time you hear about AI or cloud tech, ask yourself, who's really being protected? If this perspective helped you see something more clearly, hit that subscribe button. This is Mr. America, and we'll keep asking the questions that matter.